All praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham HaRakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders which rule Great Millstone well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. Alright, so I upload on BitChute, alright, under the same name of Yahushai is the Great Millstone, number 5. Alright. And I've been having trouble uploading. All right, as you can see, this was like 3 days. What was it, December 15th, and it was still uploading yesterday. Today is the 22nd, so it was longer than that. But it was still, being processed yesterday, which was the 21st of December, 2022. The year the Lord is turning it up, and right here, this is evidence of the Lord turning it up. Underneath there, under where it says first published at 6:51 UTC on December 15, 2022, it says in red, banks have canceled our accounts and will not give us our money. Learn more. And I clicked on this, and for 2 years, BitChute has not been able to access their money because them allowing people to speak freely on their platform. All right. So that shows you a famine of the word. Okay. There's a famine of the word, which is prophesied in Amos. Eight 11, I believe it is. 8:11. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the supreme power Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, and not a famine of bread, which at this time there will still be food, nor a thirst for water. So there'll still be food and water when this famine of the word takes place. But of hearing the words of Yahweh. Why? Because the sword is coming through. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from east coast where the outers were, down to the west coast where you got camps all the way to the west coast. It says, and shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it, because there will be a famine of the word right here. See, they're counseling the money on these platforms that they don't put restrictions on what we're allowed to say. All right, because the devil, all right, it says that he's very afraid because we're standing upon our feet. And the devil I'm talking about is the so-called white man, the wicked that rule the world in wickedness. It says in Revelation 11, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, entered into them, starting with Abba Bivens. And they stood upon their feet, and were the fruit of those branches. All right? And now we're bearing our faith, all right, and showing our faith by bearing fruit. It says, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. See? And they're going to try to persecute us, but they're going to find themselves fighting against Yahushai, which he comes in the glory of his Father, Yahweh. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Which there's going to be a time where the Hebrew is spoken to us from our Father through our Savior. He's going to command us to come up hither to be saved, which he's going to command the angels to go get us from the four corners. Matthew 24. It says, and they ascended up to heaven, and a cloud is a so-called UFO, and their enemies beheld them. All right, and this is why they say UFO is threat. See? Right here. Key lawmaker warns at UFO hearing. Alright? Because it's a threat. UFOs pose potential national security threat. And it is a national security threat. Because they're going to come and wage war against the dragon and his angels to deliver the Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are still in slavery this day, subject to payment under our enemies and our oppressors. And the Lord hears our cries, and He's going to deliver us by the glory of sending His Son, and His Son is going to tread the winepress, which is America. He's going to destroy America, all right? And the people that will be here, those are the ones He's going to tread upon. What is it? Revelation 18. No, it's 19. Revelation 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, a so-called UFO. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. All right, so Yahweh Shai is coming to judge and make war on a so-called UFO. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, because he's going to take all the crowns from the kings of the world, starting with America, EU. All right, it says, and he had a name written, so a glory that no man knew but he himself, because he's coming as a god, not as a man. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. That's that war. He's going to go to war with the wicked and them that do wickedly. And his name is called the Word of Yahweh, which this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. All right? And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Yahweh. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right, and this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. And this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. All right. Yahweh Shai, the true Messiah, the son of Yahweh, which it tells you that in Hebrews 1, it says, Yahweh at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. So he created man through Yahweh Shai, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person. So he is what they say the epitome of Yahweh. He is the exact image of his father Yahweh. And two different beings, but same. They got the same desire. They got the same, they're going for the same thing.